Okay. Excerpts are acceptable.
You can introduce yourself.
Good evening. My name is Blair Symington and I am Piper's younger sister. Yes, I will get to that. I am 16, but I'm really only 3 years younger than she is. I just haven't had my birthday yet. I am doing her video because she is such a sloth. That sinner. Regardless, I'm going to try to keep my chin down because I look foolish when I don't, and see how it goes. No promises. It will be back. That is the only promise. So, to kick things off, I was thinking about reading an excerpt from one of my new favorite books, The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. Mock it if you wish, but I like it. But, I think instead I'll just talk for a little about Piper. Although she is 3 years my senior, many people often do not understand that. They think because I am taller and ever so much more mature, that I am the older sister. But no, I'm 3 years younger. We kind of look alike. Some people say we look like twins, some people say we look nothing alike. I definitely belong to the latter category. She has dark hair, I have light hair. She's short, I'm tall. Stuff like that. Pretty basic stuff. We do have similar eyebrows, though mine are perhaps a bit more tame, you see. And we use them in similar ways as well, but I recently got these bangs that cover it up, much to my mother's pleasure, but it's kind of annoying. People have no idea what my actual intention is. We also have similar lips, but just because they're kind of big and shapely, they're different shapes, so they're just the two things in common. Then our noses, but I have a bump. There. Right there. The Piper doesn't have. Hers is just straight. Mine is straight beyond the bump, but the bump is there nonetheless. We both have the clefty chin that you can see when I go to this direction, the shadow. It's not actually that big, but the shadow enhances it. And apart from that, we are completely different. And our thighs are the same actually, because they're kind of straight and then they bulb out at the top. Yes. Oh, music. We have that in common as well. She's feeding me these answers, by the way. She's trying to be quiet about it, but she's just lazy or something. So, after Piper played clarinet, actually, in the beginning when she played recorder, she tried teaching me, but I was just obstinate and never practiced, so that did not turn out so well. Is this recording? It doesn't say. Okay, good. So recorder wasn't my thing, and I have tiny lungs, so that doesn't work. Yes, I'm going to talk about something later. I have talked about my height. I am definitely 5'10" by now, probably taller than that. I haven't measured, but people around me keep getting shorter, so it's a sure sign. Music. Instead of recorder, I took a piano, which I like. I have long fingers. Perfect. Actually, most famous, Piper, you don't know what you're talking about. You better not edit that out. Most famous performers, had really short, fat fingers, so it's not ideal, but people like Rachmaninoff and Liszt had these freaking long fingers, so, Rachmaninoff had like a 14th. Mine is from a C up to an E, which is a 10th, so it's pretty big, compared to my head. I have a small head, but that's about how big it is. So, his would be like out to here. Pretty hefty. So really, long fingers are not ideal for piano. That is a myth. But yes, I do enjoy piano. I like it. I'm not super fantastic, but I'm better than average, I guess. it was actually pretty nice. We went to a recital the other night. It was my teacher's spring recital, and a song I'd been playing is called Shadow Dance by McDowell. It's really quite interesting to listen to. It's nice and fast-paced and bouncy, but not in like a happy way, a mysterious way. I play it really quickly and how it's supposed to be, and this girl went up there. This girl, who was supposed to give me a present for the newspaper that I'm involved in since I was a senior, and she just didn't. She forgot or something. But this girl got up and played it at a ridiculously slow pace, less than half the speed it's supposed to go. And it was sad, but I could not help feeling pretty happy about it because it was so pathetic. Tied into the tiny lung thing, how it didn't work out with recorder, I also tried clarinet very briefly. Piper's a terrible teacher or something. And, but it really must have to do with me having tiny lungs because I'm also an awful swimmer. Not only do I sink as soon as I get into the water, and I mean, it's not because I don't have fat, I definitely have plenty of that, but I don't know, there's something about my structure or something, surface area to volume ratio maybe, something is just wrong, and I don't float. Then when I try to swim, I don't know, that just gets me. So my best way of swimming is underwater completely, but of course that's not nice unless you're in an actual pool, and even then it hurts your eyes like none other. But tiny lungs really hinder that because you just have to surface so much for air. Piper makes a habit of dunking me also, so when I do try to surface, I am usually surprised by a nice lungful of chlorinated water.
I've never done that.
Yes, you have.
When?
No, not you. You have dunked me frequently.
I have not.
Frequently.
I need to done that.
She lies. Do not listen to her. Thank you. That is all. And that is my vlog for Sloth. I figured not doing any work at all is probably the best way to embody that particular sin. And that was my little sister. Most of the bad things she said about herself were untrue. She's actually an excellent pianist. The bad things she said about me are mostly untrue. If you need clarification, I will feel free to do so. As I said, she lies. She's full of shit. Goodbye, everyone. Sloth. She lies. She lies.